Hello students, welcome back in my YouTube channel named as Dr. Jyoti Dhumare Shegokar. Myself Dr. Jyoti Shegokar, and our today's topic of discussion is zeolite or permuted process. Now, zeolite is nothing but sodium aluminosilicate. So here there is a sodium disodium oxide, alumina, silica, and which is found in its hydrated form. So why we wrote this particular X and Y here? Because here according to the impurity which is present in water, there is a number of X and Y changes. So it can be changed only from 2 to 10, that is silica, and the hydrated form, that is water molecules, can be changed from 2 to 6. So this is the particular formula for zeolite process. Zeolite. Now we will come to know what is zeolite process. Zeolite or permuted, particularly named that zeolite, it means a boiling stone which had been used long ago for the purpose of filtration of water. Nowadays, in the large industrial level, there is a use of this particular process of zeolite. So it is used for cleaning water, for removing different type of impurities from water, particularly for making hard water soft. So it is one of the process for the softening of water. So here we will see that how this process is going on. So there are particularly three different terms by which this process is going on. First of all, the construction, in which the diagram and its different type of labeling is there. After that, it's working, and then its advantages or disadvantages. Now first of all, and under that working, there is a study of different type of reactions. So first of all, we will see its construction and its working particularly. Now here there is a large diagram which I just have drawn here, which is a large tank. So here there is a design of tank, maybe of different types. You can draw it by the different way. So here there is a large tank in which at the central portion, this red colored portion which is shown is the zeolite. Now what is actually zeolite is physically? Zeolite is, as I said you, that it is a boiling stone. It is just like a stone. So there are two types of zeolite comes. Number one, natural zeolite, and number two, synthetic zeolite. Now those natural zeolite which is found naturally means all those chemical structures which are found naturally, it is somewhat just like a non-porous, means we can say that as it is naturally found, lot of water cannot be purified by this zeolite. But those synthetically which is prepared artificially or synthetically in a lab or where there is a process going on, that zeolite is more reliable, means we can say that it is a more porous and a lot of water can be purified by this zeolite as it is made particularly for the purification. So there are two types of zeolite. Number one, natural zeolite, and number two, synthetic zeolite. Natural zeolite is comparatively compact, which is not having pores, while synthetic zeolite is having large number of pores. Now pores, for what purpose these pores are required? These are required obviously for the filtration of water, like this. All the sheet of this zeolite is made of this such type of pores. So this is about the zeolite. Now we have used this particular zeolite bed inside this tank. So red colored that portion which is shown is having the zeolite. So this is a large tank which is three-dimensional tank, as it is looking here two-dimensional as it is only the diagram. So this is a three-dimensional circular type of tank which is somewhat cylindrical, just like a bottle looking, but number of ways are there to draw this diagram. So here there is a presence of zeolite at the central portion. Just below that there is a gravel layer. Gravel means it is a large size stones. So these are only there for the purpose of filtration, so that the filtration, those impurities which are produced, which are there in the water, which are just visible impurities, should be removed first for the where there is a before passing for the filtration by zeolite process. So that's why here there is a use of this particular layer of gravel. Now above this particular there is a layer of water which is totally the water which is clean water or removed all the impurities by zeolite. Where here there is also, you can see the water. So in this way, here there is a construction. There is a large tank. There are different type of openings like this. Here there is a tap showing. This tap is showing water, which is a wastewater outlet. So here there is outlet for the wastewater. Here there is an outlet for the soft water. Here there is a brine solution. Brine solution is used there for the purpose of that regeneration of zeolite. I will say it later on. And here there is a hard water inlet from which the water is actually inserted inside the particular tank. So in this way, this labeling and diagram is there. Now we have to see here that how process is actually going on. These all things are there about the construction. Now it's working. So first of all, those hard water, as we know all these things about hardness and hard water and soft water, that hard water is nothing but those water which is having different salts in it. So what type of salts are there? Salts like CaHCO3 by 2, that is calcium bicarbonate, then calcium carbonate, CaCO3, calcium sulfate, CaSO4, calcium chloride, CaCl2. Like these, lot of salts are there in the hard water. So like that, if here there are the salts of calcium, there are number of salts of magnesium also there. So same type of salts are there. Magnesium sulfate, MgSO4, MgCl2, MgHCO3 by 2 and MgCO3, like that. So all salts should be removed there by the purpose of the process of this particular zeolite. So in this way, we have seen here the diagram and construction. Now we'll move towards the reactions. So once this particular diagram is understood, then we can easily understood the reactions. Before that, we will see how it works. So first of all, this hard water is inserted from this particular inlet which is present at the topmost position. Then after that, it is just moved toward the lower side totally. So when once it get enter inside this particular tank, it will move toward the lower side as there is a continuous providing of this water is going on. So here there is a water which is called at the bottom. So if this tap is totally off, at that time what will happen? If continuously the water is entering inside this tank, that water will obviously move toward the upper side like this. So this water will move toward the upper side. So whenever this water will move toward the upper side, at that time, first of all, it get passed through this particular bed of gravel. So during passing through the bed of gravel, if there is any type of physical impurities like dust, mud, somewhat large size impurities are there in the water, that will be removed by this particular layer of gravel. And after that, that water which is produced is moved toward this particular zeolite bed. Now during passing through the zeolite bed, all the reactions are occurred there. And after that, we will see that reactions. But after that, once that reactions occurred, all the impurities which are present in a water that get entrapped into the zeolite, while from the zeolite, as there is the presence of this sodium, it is named as Na2Ze. So these twice sodium ions are removed in the water as a soft ions, and calcium or magnesium type of ions, as it is a dipositive, means 2 sodium ions will be replaced by single Ca or single Mg ion. So in this way, single Ca or single Mg ion will be removed with the zeolite. It gets entrapped by the zeolite, while the sodium disodium ions which are there with the zeolite now removed with the water. So with that water, those which is producing all sodium ions are removed, and that water which is once produced is called as a soft water or clean water. Though it is having different type of sodium type of impurities, it is not said that it is a hard water. In this way, we can get this water. Now we will see, we'll move towards the reactions of this zeolite.